Brock Lesnar, a former WWE and UFC champion, is not anything to laugh at least most of the time. Getting him to crack up from his rare facade of power and dominance is pretty hard, and when it does happen, the Beast Incarnate is making you laugh with his actions instead of terrifying or intimidating you. I'm Kevin, and we take a look at 6 of the funniest moments in Brock Lesnar's WWE career. Number 6, a request to Paul Heyman. It's a rarity that Brock Lesnar gets to deliver promos in WWE. Well, that has changed significantly since his return this year, but yeah, that wasn't always the case. After his return to WWE in 2012, Lesnar got Paul Heyman by his side as his advocate and also hype man. I mean, you really don't need to talk much when Heyman is with you, who's a master on the microphone and can do whatever he needs to do verbally. The equation resulted in the Beast Incarnate speaking very rarely in WWE, but whenever he did, he often came out with golden lines that cracked people up. During a backstage segment on Monday Night Raw in 2013, Brock Lesnar was answering a question from Renee Young about his feud with CM Punk and began rambling on. To bring it to an end, the Beast simply put,
"Paul, say something stupid."
And that was enough to leave the fans laughing out loud. Number 5, feelings towards Heath Slater's kids. Brock Lesnar is a ruthless man. He doesn't care about anybody or anything other than himself, and that's his gimmick, and it's been proved time and time again. He also reminded Heath Slater of this situation during a segment with the former WWE superstar following the WWE draft in 2016. Slater's gimmick at the time was all about the fact that he has kids and needed to guarantee a WWE contract to sustain his family. He was willing to do anything, even if it meant sharing the ring with the Beast Incarnate. Slater even brought up how both he and Lesnar were family men, but Brock made it very clear that he couldn't care less about them with his iconic line, "I don't give a about your kids." The words themselves aren't actually funny, but coming from Brock Lesnar with its dry delivery was quite amazing. Now just imagine a comedy film starring Slater and Brock Lesnar as a buddy cop program. Yeah, reboot Lethal Weapon with Brock Lesnar and Heath Slater. We'll call it Lesnar Weapon. Number 4, Royal Rumble 2020. It is impossible to pick just one moment from WWE Champion Brock Lesnar's performance at the Royal Rumble match in 2020 because it was truly an incredible one. The Beast was hilarious at points in this match where he dominated the first half and set a record by eliminating 13 superstars in just one match. He showcased why he's one of the best in this match, being both a dominant beast and incredibly entertaining. Whether it was dancing along to MVP's music or brief interactions with his real-life friend Shelton Benjamin only to throw him over the top rope, there were plenty of great moments. Even his facial expressions when Keith Lee arrived simply saying, "Big boy," was a cherry on top of the experience. Number 3, that controversial entrance. WWE Hall of Famer Eddie Guerrero is one of the very few wrestlers to score a pinfall over Brock Lesnar, which he did No Way Out 2004 when he won the WWE Championship. That feud actually paved the way for the rivalry between Lesnar and Goldberg that culminated in the infamous WrestleMania 20 match where they both weren't getting along, the crowd wasn't getting along with them, which even Stone Cold Steve Austin couldn't save from a negative response in New York City. Heading up to No Way Out, Brock decided to gain a psychological advantage over Eddie by having a Mexican celebration of his title reign. A sombrero-wearing Lesnar, once again, this was a different time, decided to have a little fun by dancing his way down the entrance ramp on SmackDown while a mariachi band played instruments and sang in the middle of the ring. I don't know if this is a segment you would see on WWE television now, but at the time it worked and it did make you want to see Eddie Guerrero beat up Brock Lesnar. Number 2, segments with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is well known for being absolutely hilarious when he wants to be. However, people weren't sure how much Brock Lesnar could be funny during his original WWE run. While working with Angle, Lesnar was given the opportunity to showcase his more comedic versions of his character, and it really worked. The simple idea was that these two friends weren't trying to outperform each other and resulted in several hilarious segments, be it backstage with a push-up challenge or counting each other's achievements. One of the funniest segments involved Lesnar saying "good luck, champ" to Kurt Angle after he made sure the gold medalist spat his milk out on a female backstage correspondent. Milk does a body good, but not when it's spilled all over someone else, right? Number 1, dancing Brock. Dance, Brock, dance. Earlier in this list, we mentioned when Brock Lesnar showed the world he could dance during his feud with Eddie Guerrero. However, he took it to a totally new level when he had the Money in the Bank briefcase in 2019. 2019. Brock used the briefcase on his shoulder as if it was a stereo, dancing along. It shocked fans on a worldwide level and paved the way for the Brock party to begin. It became a huge hit with the WWE Universe, spawned its own t-shirt, who just loved seeing the Beast dance around pretending the music was blaring from the suitcase. It was never really explained why he started doing it, but who cares? What's the point? It was fun. The dancing Brock gimmick came to an end at Extreme Rules 2019 when he cashed in the contract on Seth Rollins to win the WWE Universal Championship.